record. Shenandoah comes in as 2-19. Red Oaks 9-11. But here's the deal, Aaron. Shenandoah with the win tonight. This would be the highlight of their season. They could really be a momentum thing for their team in the next year. They can have everything to gain this game. Red Oaks comes in this game 9-11. They're the favorite in this game. A loss this to Shenandoah tonight would be a deflation for the Tiger team, what they've done. So in that concept, wow, big time game.
It's a big time game. You know, the Tigers, I don't know how long it's been since they advanced in a game in the postseason. Been a long time.
Been a long time since they've
been a long time. So it's just a big game. It's a fun atmosphere. I hope people have the opportunity to enjoy it for what it is. Good rivalry, Matt. So it should be a lot of fun. Let's take a break if we can, Matt, and we're going to come back and check in. And you have all the stats,
yep.
Matt. You have it all. We're going to break down that in just a few minutes, and we'll be right back after these messages. Aaron West and Matt Davis here in Red Oak this evening. The Red Oak Tigers, the Shenandoah Mustangs, it's going to be a good one.
Wow.
The Tigers come out on top regular season, but like you said, Matt, it really comes down to this.
Yeah, 2 previous games this year. First game in Shenandoah, Red Oak wins that 146-38, but the important part of that game, Shenandoah jumps out on the Tigers in that game, 18-8 in the first quarter. The Tigers really had to scrap to come back to win that game. Second game, first quarter, again important. Red Oak jumps out top 17-10 in the first quarter, and they take off from there and win it handily, 71-36. To me, I think the first quarter is a very, very important part. Obviously not as important as the last quarter, but the first quarter really could set the tone here. Red Oak jumps out hard and fast. They may be able to maintain that. Of course, if Shenandoah comes in and keeps it close or battles and maybe has a lead there, they're in there probably to the end. So first quarter will be, I think, very important in this game, more so maybe most games.
Set the tone for the game. We want to also mention in our sponsors tonight, Billing and Minson Law Firm. Thanks to them. Brian has been not only involved in the community, Matt, but he's been involved in Red Oak basketball for a long, long time.
Well, Coach Minson is just the type of guy you want on the bench. He's very diplomatic. He's very good with talking to people. With his attorney skills, that plays very well being assistant coach for Red Oak Tigers.
Absolutely. That's it's Red Oak. It's a fun ball game. I want to mention people can go to our YouTube page. If there's one thing, Matt, that's going to make me tip over, it is Heart Health Month. Did you know that?
It is?
It is. February is.
Wow.
The one thing that's going to make me tip over, technology.
Well, you got it streaming.
And
I tell you what, for those folks that cannot or just, don't want to get out in this frigid temperature, sitting back in your lazy boy on high def watching this, That couldn't have happened 3 years ago.
There you go. So sit back and enjoy.
You're making some people very, very happy there.
Go to our KCSI YouTube page, and you can watch it there. We appreciate it. But listen to us right here. We appreciate that, too.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break, Matt. We'll come back and look at the stats right after these messages. It's basketball time, tournament play, win or go home. Season's over at that point. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. About 5.5 minutes remaining in warm-ups here. Matt, break it down for me a little bit in your stats here.
Let's talk about Shenandoah Mustangs. Head coach Jay Soderberg brings his Mustangs in. They're 2-19 on the year, led by senior Braden Knight. 8 points average per game, 4 rebounds. Blake Harold, 8 points. Their big man, 7 rebounds per game. Zach Foster, 6 points, 6 rebounds a game. Brody Owen, 7 points, 4 rebounds a game. And freshman Nolan Mount with 4 points off the bench. For the Road Tigers, Max DeVries, freshman, averaging 14 points per game. Junior Ryan Johnson, 8 points, 6 rebounds per game. Baylor Bergeron, 8 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds per game. Brad Sifford, 6 points, 6 rebounds per game. Caden Johnson, 6 points, 3 rebounds per game. Garrett Kaus, 8 points per game, 4 rebounds. When you look at these two teams head-to-head, Aaron, Shenandoah scores 38 points a game, Red Oak 55. Shenandoah gives up 61 points, Red Oak gives up 54. And I think that's a key thing because Red Oak has the side advantage on points scored, but they're pretty close in their defensive stats in there. Field goal shooting, Red Oak 37% from the field, Shenandoah 33-point shooting. Red Oak at 30%, Shenandoah at 16%. Free throw percentage is pretty much the teams about equal, 58% to 54%. Rebounds pretty close, 29 to 33. Red Oak can lead there. Turnovers, both teams commit probably a little bit higher than average turnovers. Shenandoah averages 19 turnovers a game, Red Oak 17. And then here's a big stat. Shenandoah only averages 11 fouls per game, Red Oak 19. And we've followed the Road Tigers all year long. The propensity to get in foul trouble, that is a key thing in every game for Red Oak. Red Oak, every team has some moderate level of success there and has a recipe to how to win, how they have to play with their personnel and talent. That recipe for Red Oak includes being aggressive but not fouling, being somewhat effective from the free throw line, and making sure that they get good quality shots. That's the recipe, and you've got to grind at and work at that. You deviate from that, and it makes it tougher to go. So we'll see if those keys for Red Oak play out tonight. For Shenandoah, hey, you want to come in? You're playing with house money tonight. You know, let it fly, baby, because it's free, and let's just go out and take it to them and throw a left at them and see what happens, because no one's expecting to win from Shenandoah Knights, so the pressure's off. And I think that can kind of give you a freedom as a player to go out there. It reminds me, almost a couple years ago on the girls' side when
I remember it well.
Red Oak and Shenandoah. Of course, Shenandoah had maybe their greatest female athlete of
Logan
all
Hughes.
time, Logan
Yep.
Hughes, and this, maybe it's not quite the same comparison, but there's a team that had been beaten by Red Oak over and
Twice
over,
that
and they come
season.
into that playoff game, and that's the one that mattered. They win.
And Logan Hughes put 37 on the board that night.
I'm getting not good looks from our producer on that recollection of that game.
Just so happens our daughter was on that team.
Oh.
Yeah.
We said Red Oak just folded like a 7-egg souffle that night. But it was a disaster, but we said the same thing about this because
Logan Hughes has really
we beat them twice.
Yeah.
We were looking at Cherokee, and
and you got to look. You got to play each game. So
and literally, you throw records out
Yes.
when two rivals get together, especially two rivals like Red Oak and Shenandoah.
quick break, Matt. We'll be right back after these messages. It's tournament time. Looking at the bracket, Matt, what do you see that's interesting?
Yeah, and some other games, of course, Red Oak and Shenandoah are here in Class 2A Sub-State 8 region. The other games tonight, on this side of the bracket, you have the Cardinals in Underwood. So you have a Hawkeye 10 team take on a Western Iowa Conference team. Of course, the winner of this Red Oak Shenandoah game will advance to play Trainer, which is number 9 in the state, and they're out of Western Iowa Conference. The winner of the Clarinda Underwood game will advance to play AHSTW, which is number 3 in the state, another Western Iowa Conference. So this is an interesting bracket in that you have kind of the by record-wise, the lower echelon Hawkeye 10 teams against the upper echelon Western Iowa Conference teams. We'll see. I always say that teams like Shenandoah, Red Oak, and Clarinda have to play up in the Hawkeye 10 against Class 3 teams. Harlan, Lewis Central, those types of teams, Denison. That should pay dividends when you go to the playoff times. We'll see if that's true when you're playing that higher level caliber competition every night.
All right, Matt, a quick look here at that's 5-1. Our numbers are just off by 1 here this evening, looks like to me. And it looks like Blake Harold is starting tonight. So the starters for the Shenandoah Mustangs will be in tonight's ball game. Braden Knight. Also, we have, looks like Brody Owen will be starting in tonight's contest. Bo Gardner will be starting. Zach Foster and Blake Harold will be the starters. Blake Harold, 6'3", sophomore, outstanding athlete. Starters for the Red Oak Tigers in tonight's ballgame, Ryan Johnson, Caden Johnson. Ryan's the 6'1" junior. Caden is the 6'1" junior. Max DeVries, a freshman, outstanding freshman player, 6-footer. Baylor Bergeron, junior at 5'10", and Bradley Sifford, junior at 6'1". So, like you said, Mustangs really just going to come out and lay it out there, Matt. I mean, really, they have everything to gain to advance. The Tigers.
If Coach Sauber just say, "Hey guys, let's go play
ball,
play hard, play tough, but just let it fly." No, only takes one night to get hot from the field, and things can change. Basketball is a game of rhythm, a game of really maybe more so in football where it's real strength and speed. Basketball can also be a mental game, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited. It should be a great game tonight.
It should be. I think it's always fun.
Good crowd from Shenandoah here tonight.
When Red Oak and Shenandoah get together and play, it's always a good crowd. We're going to take a break, and if you're watching, I want to quick say if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. You subscribe, but it's free.
If it's free, it's for me, man.
It's free. So hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on KCSI, we sure appreciate that. You can listen on live from anywhere. Listen online. Just go to our website and you can listen there. We're going to take a break. Player introductions, national anthem, and we will be back after these messages. Ball's in the air and tipped, and Shenandoah comes away with it. Shenandoah with the ball. They get it out to Braden Knight, top of the key. Works his way right, then back left down to the LF double. Kicks it out to the corner.
Red Oak in top man defense.
Driving inside off the glass. 2 points for Brody Owen. Nope. Waves it off. We had a charge on that on Owen. Who was it that got set, Matt?
I believe it was Max DeVries that took the charge there.
So the basket is waved off. DeVries got set. Offensive foul. Tigers have the ball now. Right to left across the center stripe to Caden Johnson. Back to Bergen. Out on the right side to DeVries.
Mustangs in a 1-2-2 zone.
Down to the corner to Caden Johnson. Back to DeVries. Top of the key to Baylor Bergen. Works into the free throw line. Then goes left to Sifford. Sifford to Johnson in the lane. Kicks it to Caden Johnson at the baseline. It's going to be tapped out of play.
Yeah, a little bit shot there by Ryan in the middle of the lane. He needs to take that.
And
out of bounds, Red Oak.
Ball will come into play from Baylor Bergen at the baseline out to Ryan Johnson. He'll take the three. Off the right side, it's no good. Rebound is brought down by Owen. Owen lets the traffic clear. Now he'll take it left to right across the center stripe. Out on the left wing, it goes to Brody Owen. Knight, rather, puts it up. No good.
Knight's a good slasher-type player. He'll pull up for that 10, 15-foot jumper, and there's a slasher right there.
Sifford goes in. It's no good. Rebound's pulled down by Foster. Foster gets it to Knight, Braden Knight. Now out on the corner to Gardner. Back to Knight. Left side, Foster. Owen, rather. Now to Harold. Top of the key to Knight. Knight works his way down to the baseline, kicks it out to Harold. Harold works his way into the lane. Foster through his hands, picked up by Gardner. Gardner comes around to the left wing, kicks it out to the corner to Knight. Braden Knight works his way into the lane, kicks it out now on the right side to Gardner into the lane, puts it up from the blocks. It's no good. Neither team having scored. We're a minute and a half deep in the ball game.
As the Foreigner song says, they're cold as ice.
Now Caden Johnson to the other end, and Caden Johnson picks up 2 for the Tigers. First points of the night.
Full court press by Tigers here. 1-2 press. Really trapping hard. There's an interception.
Stealing by Bergen. Bergen puts it up and gets the layup. Baylor Bergen, and the Tigers are up 4-0 now with 6:15 to play. Pressure in the backcourt. They get it to Knight. Knight to Gardner across the center stripe now.
Tigers fall back into a man now.
Knight comes around to the right elbow, kicks it out on the right side to Knight. Braden Knight with the ball. Now Knight has the ball out on the right wing.
Good ball movement by Shenandoah.
Sifford is there.
Good hands by Sifford.
Johnson, Ryan Johnson goes down, puts it up, no good. The rebound is pulled down by Foster. Down to the other end. Harold puts it up and scores.
Another charge.
Charged by DeVries.
Another charge by Max DeVries as Harold had a lane. And I tell you, when you take charges early in the game, what that does, Aaron, that sends a message to the team that you can't drive the lane on us.
So that's 2 charges from DeVries here in the first quarter. Bergen with the ball, takes it right to left across the center stripe. Caden Johnson back to Bergen. Right side to DeVries. Out on the right wing. 5.5 minutes to play in the first. Tigers lead down underneath to Caden Johnson. Little alley-oop pass, and it's 6-0. Red Oaks rolling here.
They wanted to run that in the first play of the game, and there's a foul by Baylor 80 feet away from the rim. You can't have that.
Foul's on Bergen. That's his first personal foul.
Baylor's critical to the Tigers. He needs to stay on the floor tonight.
Owen will put it into play to Knight in the backcourt. Knight will take it left to right across the center stripe, center circle, works his way left, takes the screen, kicks it back to Harold, but Harold and Johnson tie up, and now we're going to have a foul on Sifford.
Well, that's a tackle right there. Mr. Harold's a big fella, and he landed full force on Ryan Johnson on the floor. They both got up, so they're okay, but they're both going for that loose ball. The Shenandoah ball out of bounds here.
Inbound pass will come from Owen to Knight in the backcourt. Knight sets a play. He's a slasher, like Matt says. He'll have a lot of movement with the ball. Gardner, right side, works his way in the lane, kicks it to Owen. Foul on the play.
They're going to give him 2 shots on that.
Fouls on Ryan Johnson, and it will send Brody Owen to the line for his first opportunity from the line in tonight's ball game. Red Oak leads 6-0 with 4:56 to play in the first. Owen at the line for the Mustangs. Brody Owen, senior, shots up. It is good.
Cal's now in the game. They're going to take out Ryan Johnson.
Ryan comes out. Ryan has 1 personal foul.
He does.
Or 2.
Ryan has 1.
Brody Owen at the line for Shenandoah. 6-1 now. Red Oak leads. Second shot is good from Owen. He gets them both. It's 6-2. Tigers with the ball. Kaus cross court to Caden Johnson. Caden to Kaus. Top of the key for three. Garrett Kaus puts it up. No good. Rebound. Sifford. Caden Johnson gets it back out to the behind the arc. Max DeVries works his way into the lane out to Garrett Kaus. Down there, Sifford in the blocks on the left side. Puts it up. No good. Gets his own board. Goes up. He is fouled. He'll go to the line for two. I think that might be on Owen. We'll wait and see. It is. Brody Owen is whistled. And it's 6-2. Red Oak leads here early in the game. 4.5 minutes to play in the first. Bradley Sifford at the line. This will be Sifford's first opportunity from the line tonight's contest. Shots up. It's no good for Sifford.
Brad's really been working on this free throw stroke this year.
Sifford at the line.
Key for Sifford is to get his knees into the shot. Let's see if that happens there. I think he does on this one.
Second shot's up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Harold. No one's taking that one from him. Harold takes it across the center stripe, near side of the court, right side, then back top the key. Gets it to Knight. Pressure from Bergeron out on the left side to Gardner. Gardner drives all the way down, puts it up. Max DeVries gets the board, flips it to Kaus, then to Bergeron. Bergeron down to Cayden Johnson in the corner, right side. There's DeVries for three.
And he's going to
have a foul. That'll be a three-shot opportunity for Max. Foul's going to be on Harold.
That's a second on Blake, I believe, so that will be 3 shots for Max.
Ryan Johnson gets set to come into the game, as does, looks like, David Rendon for the Mustangs.
They've got 3 team fouls on the board for Red Oak. I've got Johnson, Berger, and who else do you have a foul for Red Oak there?
I do not.
Okay, then
Shot
the board is wrong.
Shot from DeVries is up, and it's good.
We know you and I have had problems with our foul tracking, this year.
Yes.
Audience needs to know this. Be aware of this.
Our stats are very unofficial. Very unofficial. First shot from DeVries is good. 7-2. Red Oak leads. Full play in the first. DeVries at the line. He'll have 3 shots here. This is the second of 3. It's good as well.
Max is the leading freshman scorer in his state in Class 2A. He's had a phenomenal freshman year for the Tigers.
DeVries at the line. This is his third and final. It's up. It's good. He gets all 3 of them, Max does. We're going to have a timeout on the court, Matt. 4:10 to play in the first. 9-2. Red Oak with the lead. We'll be back after these messages. Oak, 4:10 to play in the first. Red Oak leads 9-2 here. Early on in this game, pressure here coming full court from the Tigers. Inbound pass will come from Braden Knight.
Red Oak still in that full court press. Make a steal right there.
So Rendon stolen back to Bergeron. Bergeron dumps it in for 2 right in front of the basket. Baylor Bergeron picks up a couple more, and it's 11-2. Red Oak rolling.
Not only is Red Oak pressing hard, but they're pressing that inbounds pass. Good take there by Shenandoah, though. Good pump fake.
Down inside. Up, and that was Kane Lorimer.
Yeah, Zach Foster had a good shot there, just couldn't put it down. It'll be Shenandoah ball out of bounds, though.
Shenandoah's ball. Talk a little discussion
I think the referees
here.
are talking it over. They're going to give it to Red Oak.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought it was pretty apparent it was Red Oak ball there. And they went to the review in New York City and reviewed. And
where is the Hawkeye 10 review?
I think it's in downtown Stinnett.
Okay. All right. Review committee overturned that one. Kaus with the ball out on the right side. Kicks it out to Bergeron, left wing. Top the feet of DeVries. DeVries puts up the 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled, kept in play by Kaus. Coming away with the ball, though, quickly will be Rendon. Rendon down to the left wing. Picks up his dribble. Pressure from Ryan Johnson. Goes into the blocks. Passes out on the right side to Lorimer. Lorimer finds Mount. Nolan Mount with the ball.
A good-looking freshman.
He's a freshman player, good player. Knight drives down his tap. Kaus comes away with it. He pushes it up the court. It's flipped behind by Knight.
Good hustle by Knight.
Knight is an aggressive ball player, and we're going to have a foul away from the basket on Ryan Johnson.
That should be 2 on Ryan, if I've got it correct. That's why I think we need to figure out if the Red Oak board total is right or not.
I think he's coming out of the ball game, Ryan is.
They're going to bring in Nick Fouts, I believe, for Cayden Johnson will come out of the game, and Ryan Johnson will come out. So you got Fouts, Berggren, DeVries, Kaus, and Sifford out there for the Tigers.
Mount will put it into play to Knight. Knight takes it across the center stripe to the top of the key, out on the left side to Owen. Left wing, top of the key to Lorimer. Right side to Knight. He looks inside, now goes to Foster. Down toward the baseline. Foster comes back behind the arc, skips it out top to Owen. Owen to Lorimer. 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the first. Knight goes over to Owen. He looks at the 3, now drives the baseline. Comes back behind the arc. There's Mount with the ball.
Shenandoah in good patience. Red Oak showing good defense here.
Showing some good patience. Knight down underneath, gets it to Owen, but he loses the handle, and Berggren comes away with it ultimately. Gets it to Kaus. Kaus to Sifford, inside to Fouts in the blocks. He's double teamed. He'll travel with the ball.
Nick got the ball there and had 2 Mustangs hanging on him and took just a small step in to get him for a travel. Harold back in the game now for the Mustangs along with Gardner. Coaches are substituting freely here in the first quarter.
Full court press from the Tigers. Inbound pass will come from Knight to Harold right in the middle. Back to Knight. Knight to Owen. Out on the right side, Owen with the ball. Goes down to the baseline. Hands it off to Knight in the corner. Back out top of the key to Harold. Harold backs his way into the elbow. Gets it to Gardner. Gardner drives down to the baseline. Loses the handle on it. It goes out of play.
Good defense by DeVries. Is able to hold him there without reaching. Mustangs turn it over. Red Oak ball.
Inbound pass will come from Sifford to Berggren. 2 minutes to play in the first. 11-2. Red Oak with the lead here in this first quarter. Out on the left side to Berggren. Down to the baseline to Kaus. Kaus to Sifford, top of the key. Inside to Fouts. Fouts to Sifford. On the move in the lane. Has it stripped. It goes out of play. Last touch by the Tigers.
I think a little bit overpassing on the Tigers inside. They passed up some close shots. Sometimes you get right in there, just take it right to the bucket.
Inbound pass comes to Knight. And almost stolen by Berggren. Owen controls it. Gardner now on the left side to Foster. Foster drives the baseline. Tries to flip it underneath, get down to the baseline to Harold, but it goes out of play. And the Tigers will gain possession of the ball.
We've got clarification of foul. Bradley Sifford has a foul, so we do have the board is correct with 4 Red Oak team fouls.
Checked in with Downtown Stennett on that.
I got that from a
Kaus,
avid listener.
Kaus puts it up, no good. Rebound's pulled down, and then Kaus is whistled for the foul.
Foul there on Garrett, his first. Those fouls 90 feet away from your bucket are hard ones to take. You need to be careful on that. Be aggressive, but don't foul.
Minute 27 to play in the first. 11-2, Red Oak leads. Knight with the ball. Gets it to Foster at the free throw line. Hands it off to Harold. Good-looking play. And Berggren will be whistled. He blocks it, but he'll be whistled for the foul. Nice-looking play by the Mustangs.
Yeah, Harold came around on that screen. He's a big guy, and he went hard to the hole there, and Berggren went up for the challenge, but got him on the arm. Blake will shoot 2.
Blake Harold, sophomore, 6'3", shots up. It's good from Harold. And it is now 11-3, score should be.
And we've talked on top of the broadcast about Red Oak staying out of foul trouble. They're sitting with 6 fouls already with 1:15 to go. Shenandoah's going to be on a 101 for most of the second quarter.
Second shot from Harold is up. It's good. He gets them both. I think it should be 11-4. Down to the other end. Tigers with the ball. Top of the key to Kaus. Minute 9 to play in the first. DeVries, baseline, drives the baseline. Kicks it back top of the key to Kaus for 3. It's no good. There's Sifford right in front. Just gets the board and puts it back for 2. Brad Sifford.
Right place at the right time. Should be 13-4. That's what it is on the board now.
13-4 now. Red Oak leads. 50 seconds remaining in the first. Knight with the ball. Comes around the arc into the lane. Little jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Cayden Johnson. Gets it to Kaus. Out to Cayden Johnson.
38 seconds to go.
DeVries puts up the 3. It's no good. Rebound's tapped out of play by the Mustangs.
One referee's pointing one way, the other way. They're going to give the ball to Red Oak. Probably a 3 you don't need right there with 30 seconds to go. We'll see if Red Oak holds for a shot here.
Lorimer and Zwickel come into the ball game, or Mount and Zwickel rather, taking a seat. Gardner and Owen. Inbound pass comes from Kaus at the baseline, tapped out of play by Harold. 31 seconds remaining in the first. Red Oak leads 13-4. Tigers control it at the baseline still. Kaus will put it into play. Out to Sifford. Dumps it inside, but it goes out of play. And
it'll be Shenandoah basketball.
Shenandoah ball, 27 seconds to play in the first. Inbound pass comes from Mount to Knight.
See what Coach Soderberg wants to do here at the Mustangs for the last 20 seconds here.
Knight works his way down to the baseline. Goes inside, Fouts, tips it, and then it's stolen back into the backcourt. It goes to Foster, 13 seconds. Foster to Knight, 10 seconds remaining on the clock in the first. Top the key to Mount. Mount works his way right with the ball. Into the lane, blocks, puts it up off the glass. It's no good. DeVries with the ball, and time's going to expire there at the end of the first. Red Oak leads 13-4. We'll be back after these messages. Davis, Melanie's running our production software. Headed into the second quarter. Tigers lead 13-4. Matt, assessment?
We talked about opening tap. That first quarter could be an indicator of the game. You know, Red Oak's up 9, but here's the situation. Red Oak's sitting on 16 fouls. Shenandoah's going to be shooting foul shots for most of the second quarter. So,
and that's one of the thing that the Tigers have battled all year, Matt. Fouls.
And foul troubles already for the Tigers. Bergeron with 2 fouls, Johnson 2 fouls. So this game is not as 9-point big as it seems.
With the ball out on the right side to Kaus. Behind the arc, drives the right elbow, dumps it down to Fouts underneath to Sifford, and he travels with the ball.
Nick made a pretty athletic catch there, trying to save the ball from going out of bounds, but took another little step there.
Owen will put the ball into play to Knight. Knight takes it across the center stripe, center circle. Goes left to Mount, out on the left wing, top the key to Owen. Owen to Knight, back to Mount, into the lane. There's Knight with the ball to the left elbow, left side to Owen. Owen into the lane, underneath he goes, then kicks it back out, top key to Mount.
Shenandoah playing without their 2 big men, Foster and Harold right now.
Owen with the ball.
Taking a lot of time off the clock, being patient here.
And Evan Holmes is actually playing down inside now for the first time this evening. Knight works his way down the baseline, fadeaway jumper, 10 feet out on the left side, no good. Kaus goes up and gets the board,
and then
keeps it in play, gets it to DeVries. DeVries across the center stripe, into the lane he goes, and he's going to be whistled for the charge.
And turnaround's fair play there because Max is out of control there, going down the lane. And
credit Evan Holmes.
And they got to ring up Max on the foul.
Evan Holmes got set and took the charge.
The officials have made it very clear, if you throw the bucket and you're somewhat set, you're going to get charged for an offensive charge.
They've called 3 here in the first half. Knight with the ball, top of the key. Goes right to Mount.
And that's where, as a player, you've got to recognize that. You've got to know what the officials are calling.
Coming away with it, Cayden Johnson. Out to Max DeVries, right wing. He's open for the 3, then into the lane he goes.
Good job there.
Little jumper right in front, no good. Sifford with the board, back up and in for 2. Bradley Sifford.
Nice job by Sifford there to clean up the rebounds. So that's a good move by Max there, who's under control coming in the middle. Just didn't get the shot, but Sifford cleans it up.
15-4. Red Oak leads, 6:24 to play in the half. Out on the right side, it goes to Owen. Owen into the lane, and he's fouled. I think that will be on.
And that'll be a 1-on-1 situation. Should be if our fouls are correct. And this is what we talked about. 6:18.
It looks like it is. Coming into the ball game now will be Foster taking a seat. Mount for Shenandoah, and at the line will be Brody Owen.
Yeah.
6:18 to play. 15-4. Red Oak with the
And this
lead.
is where Shenandoah has an opportunity. If they can be effective from the free throw line, they can get themselves hang around and maybe even get back in this game a little bit here.
Shots up, no good. Sifford grabs the board. Kaus, right to left. Out on the left wing, goes left to Cayden Johnson. Steps back for three. Cayden Johnson.
Nice step back there by Caden. He knew where he was at, worked on that. That's part of the modern-day game right there, the step-back three, Aaron.
Braden Knight goes left to Foster. Foster takes the three. No good. Rebound tap by Sifford, pulled down by Kaus.
Kaus averages 4 rebounds a game. That's crucial from his guard spot to get that.
Max DeVries puts the three up. No good. Foster taps it, and then Harold comes away with it. Harold takes it to the blocks, puts it up, off the glass. No good. Rebound is batted around. DeVries comes away with it, pushing it back up the court. Out on the right side, DeVries pulls up. There's Cayden Johnson. He's open for three again. It's no good. And
we're going to push off.
I think we're going to foul Sifford. Yeah, Bradley Sifford gets whistled for pushing off there.
And I think sometimes Red Oak really gets into the flow of the game, understanding clock situation, when to pull it back out, run a little clock.
One-on-one opportunity here, Matt, what you're referring to.
One-on-one opportunity. There's going to be a march to the line for the Mustangs for the rest of the half.
18-4, Red Oak leads with 5.5 minutes to play in the first half.
The Mustangs need to take advantage of this.
Brody Owen at the line for the Mustangs. At the top of the key. Shot is up. It's no good. Ryan Johnson grabs the board.
So 2 one-on-one opportunities. Shenandoah does not gain on that.
DeVries with three. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Gardner. Gardner to Harold. Harold back left to right across the center stripe. Out on the left wing, down to the baseline he goes. Picks up the dribble, skips it out top to Gardner. Gardner to Owen. He'll shoot the three off the right side. It's no good. Rebound grabbed by Sifford. Sifford pushes it up the court. Almost loses it and gets whistled for the travel.
Yeah, I think the Tigers need to slow the pace a little bit here.
Coming into the ball game, looks like Lorimer, and taking a seat will be Owen for the Mustangs. Knight with the ball, rather. Top of the key, 5 minutes to play in the first half. Knight with the ball, showing some patience out on the left side to Harold. Now to Foster at the top of the key, hands it off to Harold. He puts it up off glass and scores two. Braden Knight.
Braden Knight. Play there. He comes around that screen and gets a handoff from Foster and puts it in.
Sifford to Cayden Johnson. Back to Sifford. Down on her side to Ryan Johnson. Fakes it. Takes it off the glass and scores two. Ryan Johnson.
There's a good move by Ryan. He got the ball and went to the bucket that time down there.
Down to the other end. Lorimer with the ball to Knight. Center circle to the top of the key. It's 20-6. Red Oak with the lead. Knight with the ball out on the left side and comes to the top of the key. 4:20 to play in the half. Round to the left side, then back top the key, right side to Lorimer, down to the baseline to Foster. Bergeron creates the turnover.
Bergeron out there with 2 fouls. He's going to need to be careful. That looked like a push there.
Sifford puts it up, and then Cayden Johnson goes up tries to tip it back in and gets whistled for going over the back.
Yeah, I think they missed the first call there and got Caden on the second call, and that's a 10th foul. That's going to be another line shot for the Mustangs here. Mustangs have yet to take advantage of the free throws.
4 minutes to play, 4:05 to play in the first half. Red Oak leads 20-6 now. And
we'll see if Red Oak with the foul situation, Coach Plank may have to just get him out of this press, put him in his zone for a while. We'll see what happens here because the foul trouble continues.
Shot is up and good from Knight. Braden Knight converts the first there. And Mustangs only have 14 fouls. Matt.
Yeah, we came in. That's when we noticed at the beginning of the game, Red Oak averages 19 fouls a game. Shenandoah only 11 fouls a game.
And second shot was no good. Cayden Johnson takes the three. Baseline left. It's no good. Rebound is picked up by Sifford. Sifford to DeVries, rather. Now to Bergeron out on the left wing. Back top key to DeVries. Right side to Ryan Johnson for three. It's no good. Tapped. Out of play. Last touch by the Tigers, or by the Mustangs.
Tigers really playing at a frantic pace, it seems like, in their half-court offense. They're really, if they get a three, they're taking it.
Bergeron will put it into play from the baseline for the Tigers. Out to Johnson, out on the right wing. Bergeron now on the right wing. Top of the key to Cayden Johnson.
And part of that foul situation is if you're going to shoot threes, you're not going to get as much contact going to the hoop. So let's see if the Tigers try to work something and they'll get something inside low here to Ryan or Sifford.
DeVries at the top of the key. Pressure from Harold. Out to Cayden Johnson. Back to DeVries. 3:25 to play in the half. Bergeron with the ball. Red Oak leads 20-7 over Shenandoah. Bergeron works his way down to the left side, double teamed, back to Caden Johnson, now to DeVries.
Good job by the Tigers running a little clock, work a little offense, make Shenandoah play a little defense here.
Caden Johnson, or to
There's
Bergeron, underneath to Ryan Johnson, works his way underneath, and
they're going to
he's
get
going
Ryan
to
for hook.
Whistle for hooking it
And I
out.
think that's 3 on Ryan, so Nick Fouts will get in. So
that is 3 on Ryan, and Fouts will come into the ball game. 20-7.
20-7.
Red Oak leads, 3:05 to play.
But it's not a hard 13-point advantage here.
That
there will not be free throws. That's an offensive possession, offensive foul call on that hook, so there'll be no foul shots on that one.
coming into the ball game is Rendon, and taking a seat Gardner for the Mustangs. Inbound pass will come from Knight.
Tigers still in a 1-2-2.
Rendon with the ball, back to Knight, up to Lorimer. Knight, all this taking place in the backcourt. Across the timeline now to Rendon, now to the right wing. He ends it off to Foster. Foster comes around the arc, kicks it on the left side to Lorimer. Top key to Foster. Foster to Knight. 2:46 to play in the half. Stolen by Bergeron. Bergeron has the layup.
He's got Harold behind him.
Goes up, and it's
Harold did a good job there, kind of a LeBron James imitation, coming down behind and swatting that away. He'll stay Tiger ball.
Inbound pass will come from Bergeron. I'm telling you, Harold's a big kid.
Big kid. He's all conference tight end, Hawkeye 10 tight end.
Fouts with the ball out on the right side to Caden Johnson. Johnson puts it up from about 5 feet out on the right side.
Hey, nice play there by Nick Fouts. Everyone's yelling for him to shoot the three, but he didn't. He looked for Caden down the middle and got a bucket and an assist for himself.
Knight takes it across the center stripe on the left side to Rendon. Rendon to Knight. 2:22 to play in the half. Red Oak leads 22-7. Into the lane, Knight goes no good. There's Foster with the board and the putback, Zach Foster.
Nice job, Zach's first 2 points on the night. Nice little putback there for Zach.
22-9 the score now with 2:08 to play in the half. Sifford with the ball, goes left to DeVries.
Harold's on DeVries there. Matched up man-to-man.
Bergeron out on the right side. Caden Johnson, left side Sifford. Works his way to the baseline, has it tapped from behind and goes out of play. Nice job by Knight.
Yeah.
Knight is an active player.
Knight and Sifford are matched up, and they're almost the same type of player. Sifford's a little bit skinnier than Knight, but they both like to slash to the bucket.
Inbound pass comes to Sifford. Now to DeVries, baseline right to Bergeron. Bergeron into the lane, puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Foster. Nice job by Foster to grab the board.
Zach's giving him some good defensive board there.
Knight out to Lorimer. Lorimer works his way into the lane and has his Fouts strips it. DeVries comes away with it, has it stripped by Knight.
Yeah, kind of a push there did not need to happen. Pull that back out.
Knight with the ball, kicks it out to Owen for three. No good. Rebound fought for, and Bergeron comes away with it. And
timeout
on the court. We're going to take it with them. Minute 15 to play in the half. 22-9. Red Oak with the lead. Right back after these messages. Red Oak leads 22-9 here in the last minute 15 of the first half. And Tigers, kind of like we talked in the pregame, Matt, fouls getting to be an issue here in this first half.
Fouls are the great equalizer because if you commit them, they change the way you have to play, and they give the other team advantage. So the Red's up, but the last minute 10 here is crucial for the Tigers and the Mustangs. The Mustangs cut this into 10-point lead a little bit, get a bucket here. That'd be huge for them.
Out on the right side to Bergeron, down to the baseline to Caden Johnson. Looks inside, back to Bergeron.
Mustangs
skips across to Sifford.
Zone defense, 2-1-2.
Caden Johnson, Sifford out on the left side. Looks inside, loses the handle, gets it to Caden Johnson. Back
Tigers
to Bergeron.
showing some patience here. I think Coach Plank said let's take some time and work for a good shot here.
Sifford hits DeVries on the move in the lane. He goes up. It's blocked cleanly by Knight. Goes out of play. Tigers will control the ball.
Mustangs showing some grit here tonight. Yes. They're playing tough on that defensive end.
Inbound, Kaus comes into the game. DeVries takes a seat. Bergeron will put the ball into play from the baseline for the Tigers.
42 seconds of play.
Kaus. Inside to Fouts, but tapped by Knight, picked up by Foster.
Good idea by Garrett, but good defense there by the Mustangs.
35 seconds playing the half. Knight with the ball. Out on the left side to Gardner, to the baseline to Lorimer. Back to Knight. Foster at the free throw line, steps back to the top of the key. There's Rendon down to the corner to Gardner. Now the Mustangs showing some patience. Into the lane, Knight goes, like you said, a slasher, and it's good for 2 from Brandon Knight.
Knight can hang in the air and get the shot off, and that's crucial. 10 seconds to go here for the Tigers.
22-11.
7.
Sifford with the ball.
Don't know if the Tigers recognize the clock.
Cayden Johnson back to Sifford. 3 seconds. That's it. It's good. And Sifford snaps the net as time expires.
Siff is shooting a cool 20% from 3 and
he knocks that one
nothing
down.
but net.
25-11. Red Oak with the lead as we head into half. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with some of Matt's statistics after these messages. Right back after this. It's 25-11. Matt, have you had a chance to total your stats over there?
Yeah, absolutely. 25-11 here to halftime.
Statistics?
We agreed we're going to just say stats.
Stats.
Ryan John, 2 points for Red Oak Tigers. Caden Johnson with 9 points. Max DeVries, 3. Baylor Bergen, 4. Bradley Sifford with 7. 3 of those on that three-point bucket there at the buzzer. For the Mustangs, Braden Knight with 5 points. Brody Owen with 2. Zach Foster with 2. Blake Harold with 2. So key in that game, Red Oak jumped out, 7-point lead first quarter, but in foul troubles and went to the 1-1 with 6 minutes left second quarter. Shenandoah could not take advantage of that free throw opportunity for the second half. Red Oak that Shin only had 4 fouls, so Roten really didn't get to the line much. But Tigers were actually able to stretch that out a little bit. I think the Tigers need to, in the second half for me, we'll see what Coach Plank's going to do with his foul trouble, because that press has been effective.
Yep.
But they're also coming in a lot of fouls. It's going to be a pros and cons there. See if Coach stays with that, start the second half, maybe backs out of that, tries to keep the fouls low, at least initially. Be interesting to see from Shenandoah.
They're going to come out and just lay it out, Matt. They're going to have to.
I think Shenandoah, you want to look for Knight, keep looking for him slashing. I think you got to move Harold down that low post a little bit more, get him some looks down low. But just hang tough in there and see what happens.
6.5 minutes remaining at half. 25-11. Red Oak with the lead here at half, and we'll be back after these messages. Varsity boys play 25-11. Red Oak with the. You're Snapchatting.
And Nate Perrin's playing his prom dance music from 19 whatever. He's got his
Mr. Perrin down there just
everything from his
getting with
senior year prom.
I want to remind people to be careful, Matt. There's a wind chill warning in effect until noon tomorrow. You're looking at an air temperature tonight of around 25 below. Wind chill tomorrow morning, potentially 35 below, so be careful.
Is there really a difference between minus 15 and minus 25?
Well, there is a difference. Yeah, it's colder, but it's just cold. My point is be careful. It's going to be cold. So at half, 3.5 minutes yet here to play or to go in the half. 25-11. Red Oak with the lead at half, and we'll be back after these messages. to action now. The Mustangs will have the ball, and Brody Owen will put it into play midcourt far side to Knight. Knight right to left across the center stripe.
Tigers do come out in a 1-3-1 half-court zone.
Owen pulls up for three. It's no good. Rebound tapped by the Tigers. Ryan Johnson grabs it to Berggren. Berggren to DeVries.
Tigers a little bit more selective here, looking inside. If they
down to the blocks to Johnson, almost lose it, but then regain control. Nice ball movement. Don't convert. Johnson gets his own board and put back. Right, Cayden Johnson has come on late in the season.
Cayden Johnson has really become kind of a power player. Got some strength, can make real good, strong moves to the basket.
Owen looks at it, kicks it out to Foster. Foster fakes it and takes a step in doing so.
Max came flying at him. Zach gave him a pump fake, but he took a little shuffle there.
Sifford will put the ball into play to Berggren. Berggren takes it left to right.
Mustangs are going man-to-man defense here, and a good steal there by Harold.
Harold steals it, going in for the layup, and scores two. Blake Harold.
Good job there by Berggren Baylor not to commit a foul there on Blake Harold. He had an easy bucket. Give that one to him. Tip your hat and move on.
27-13. Red Oak leads. 6:59 to play in the third. Sifford with the ball. Back to Berggren. Berggren to the free throw line. Into the lane. Puts up the little fingertip roll, and it's good for two by Baylor.
Really nice move there by Baylor. Is able to maneuver around the guy, switched hands, and laid it in.
29-13. Red Oak leads. Down the corner to Foster. He drives the baseline. Foster stripped by Johnson, and I think the foul will be on.
It's going to be 4 on Ryan or 3 on Baylor.
It's on Ryan.
And that's going to be 4 on Ryan. And that's a critical foul with 6:39 into the third quarter.
The fouls are going to sneak up on the Tigers here and be a problem.
The top interior threat for the Tigers, rebounding, is going to be sitting for a long period here.
29-13. Red Oak with the lead. Inbound pass comes to Harold now to Owen.
Let's see if Shenandoah, they did move Harold down to low post. He wants that ball down low.
Owen with his back to the basket, spins, puts it up off the glass. It's no good. Rebound grab by Sifford. Sifford to Berggren across the center stripe. It's going to be tap and go out of play. I think last touch by the Mustangs.
This guy's point. I'm not sure the referees weren't definitive on their call here. But it's Shenandoah ball.
Shen ball. Inbound pass to
They moved
Knight.
Harold in a low post there. Let's see if that continues again here.
Down to the corner to Gardner. Gardner steps through the double team, and Berggren has the control, and then he'll be whistled for the travel.
I think there might have been a push there. They missed that, but they get Baylor for the travel. Again, Berggren has to be careful. He's got to be careful of that third foul. Almost was reaching there on that steal.
29-13. Red Oak leads. 6:08 to play in the third. Knight with the ball to Gardner. Down to the corner. Berggren taps it out of play. The Mustangs will keep it.
I think Berggren's calling. He's got a cut. I don't know if the officials have seen it yet.
Inbound pass from Owen all the way out to Foster on the right side of the baseline to Harold. There's Gardner with the ball. Kicks it out to Knight. Knight works his way, kicks it out on the left side to Owen. Owen to Gardner. Knight works his way in the lane. There's Gardner, looks at the three, decides not to. Then Knight drives the baseline.
I think Baylor's got a cut. They're going to have to stop the game and get him.
I think he's going to come out here now.
He's just got a little cut on the wrist. He was nothing serious.
Don't worry, Brumer. When he fell, he hit it on the floor. Kaus comes in.
Coming in the game for Berggren.
5:42 to play in the third. 29-13. Red Oak with the lead. Kaus with the ball on the right side.
Mustangs in man-to-man defense.
Goes to Sifford inside.
As Bill Rafferty would say, man-to-man. That's an ESPN reference for sports junkies.
Kaus inside to Cayden Johnson. Gets it to Sifford from the free throw line. A little jumper, kind of off balance, no good. But there's Foster with the board for the Mustangs.
Good job by Foster. The Foster does a good job on a defensive glass.
Knight goes in the lane, has it blocked, gets his own block shot, puts it up, no good. Cayden Johnson comes away with it, gets it to Kaus. Down to Sifford, and I think we're going to have a foul on Knight.
A foul on Knight. That's only Shenandoah's first foul of the second half.
Yep, foul is on Knight.
His first.
First personal. Berggren will come back into the ball game. As that wrist taped up. DeVries takes a seat. 5:05 to play in the third. 29-13. Red Oak leads. Inbound pass from Sifford to Berggren, or to Kaus rather, now to Berggren.
Harold's on Berggren now.
Out to Cayden Johnson. He's open for three. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Foster. We're going to have a foul.
On Fouts, I believe.
Yep, it's on Fouts. So
the Tigers are going to go with their full court press here out of bounds. Looks like they're going to man full court press so this time as opposed to a 1-2-2.
Inbound pass comes to Knight. He pushes it quickly down to the other end of Foster out on the right wing. Foster with the ball. Dumps it quickly down underneath the Knight. He loses the handle, then regains possession. Foster for three.
Nice
it's
shot
good.
by Foster.
Zach Foster.
Nice shot by Zach. He took his time, loaded up, and knocked it down. Shenandoah within 13 now.
29-16. Red Oak leads. 4.5 minutes to play in the third. Stripped. Coming away with it. Harold pushes it to the other end. Layup off the glass is no good. Rebound is tapped, and Fouts has the ball. Go to the floor.
Two big guys there. Two football players going for a fumble.
Fouts and Harold.
Fouts on the fumble recovery for the Tigers.
That looked like the drill you see.
I think that's on Harold. That'll be, if it is, that'll be Blake's third. That's crucial foul for them. He doesn't want to come out, but let's see if Coach Soderberg's going to take him. There's going to be a timeout here.
4:21 to play in third. 29-16. Red Oak leads. Back after these messages. Back to Red Oak. Want to say thanks to Billings and Minson Law Firm as well. Integral part of the community and the Red Oak community and really Southwest Iowa. And Brian highly involved with the Red Oak basketball program. Thanks to Brian for all he does.
Coach Minson.
Coach Minson.
Big Hawkeye fan. We all got our problems in life. Can't be Cyclone fans. Though we don't want to talk Cyclone basketball.
Be careful.
We
Down
don't
underneath the Cayden Johnson, but there is Harold to intercept it. Yeah. Going for that alley-oop type play.
That backdoor pass that Cayden wasn't there. Harold anticipated that. Good play by him.
Lorimer with the ball out on the left side. Comes around, right side rather, out on the right wing. Hands it off to Knight. Sifford is there and will be whistled for the foul. Brad Sifford.
His third. Team third.
3:54 to play in the third. 29-16. Red Oak with the lead. Inbound pass comes to Braden Knight. Knight works his way right, back left to Owen. Free throw line, out to Harold. Harold to Foster. Foster, I'm telling you.
Zach's got a good pump fake.
I like it.
Yeah, he made a nice pump fake, went to his left hand. Mustangs hanging around here, 11-point lead for Tigers.
29-18. Red Oak leads, 3.5 minutes to play in the third.
Red Oak just does not seem to be set on their offensive end. They're just not being real efficient here yet in the second half.
Bergeron with the ball, gets it to Sifford. Sifford to Cayden Johnson. He'll take the three, baseline left. It's no good. And
that's going to be on Sifford, and that's going to be four. And these fouls are going to be critical. This game is an 11-point game, but with this foul trouble Red Oak's going into, this is going to be a real challenge for the Tigers here because they're going to be playing a lot of guys off this bench that don't typically play.
DeVries comes into the ball game, and Sifford takes a seat. 4 personal fouls on Sifford, 4 on Johnson.
You have your two top rebounders on the bench.
Ryan Johnson, that is.
Sifford and Johnson, 4 fouls each.
Knight with the ball across the timeline. Top the key, puts up the three. It's no good, and
gonna say
hit the top of the structure there. Out of play. Inbound pass will come from Cayden Johnson to Bergeron. 3 minutes to play in the third.
This is where if Shenandoah, you only want to ratchet up the defense here because you got fouls on your advantage. You can take some aggressive chances here.
Bergeron works his way to the right elbow, flips it to Kaus, back to DeVries. Man pressure from the Mustangs. Kaus with the ball, top of the key. Shoots, three-pointer, and it's good from Garrett Kaus.
Good shot there by Garrett. Stepped into that and knocked it down. Tigers needed that one.
32-10, Red Oak leads now.
32-18.
32-18. On the left side, Lorimer puts up the three. It rims around and pops out at no good. Bergeron's there with the board.
Baylor doing a good job down on the boards with Sifford and Johnson out, helping out down low.
Bergeron to the right elbow, kicks it to DeVries. DeVries into the lane he goes. Now to Cayden Johnson. Caden picks it up, and Knight is there and almost takes it. Then into the lane he goes. A little layup off the glass and scores two.
And there's what we were talking about. Shenandoah taking some chances there. Caden was able to hold on, get to the bucket. Timeout, Coach Soderberg of Shenandoah.
Minute 58 to play in the third. Red Oak leads 34-18. Right back after these messages. It's 34-18. Want to remind people watching, we'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, but we would certainly appreciate it. Here we are, Class 2A Sub-State 8, Matt, round one action. Winner sees the season come to end, or the winner sees their season continue, and the loser sees their season come. I'll get it straight in a minute.
You get it straight, but
I'll get it there.
When you're a senior out there, and like, for example, from Shenandoah, they got Braden Knight, Brody Owen, Kane Lorimore, their seniors out there.
They're playing.
Red Oak has Garrett Kaus and Fernando Lepe, so those seniors, this means even more because you know this could be your last game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Had a whistle there, and then it kept playing. No problem. Out on the right side, Owen puts up the three. No good. DeVries with the board.
Job there by Max DeVries. Tigers are doing a good job with their top two rebounders out. They're all pitching in down low there, getting rebounds.
DeVries works his way into the lane and puts it up off the glass and scores two. Max DeVries.
Nice take there by Max. Tigers in the press here.
Mount with the ball, takes it across the center stripe to the left wing. Now back to Knight. Knight into the lane and puts it up. Nice little play by Knight. No good. Rebound pulled down by Caden Johnson. He pushes it back to the other end, out to Max DeVries for three. Short. No good. Touched by the Mustangs, picked up by Bergeron into the backcourt. Left side DeVries.
Tigers see if they can work a little clock here.
DeVries works his way into the lane again, and he will be fouled this time. I think it's on Foster, maybe? Nope.
It's going to
Mount.
be on Nolan Mount.
Mount gets whistled for the foul.
The Tigers out of bounds. Only 3 team fouls on Shenandoah. 1:09 to go here in the third quarter.
Inbound pass will come from Bergeron. DeVries for three. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Mount. Mount kicks it all the way to the other end to Owen. Brody Owen out on the right wing. Now to Knight. Knight skips it down to the corner to Gardner. Gardner drives the baseline from the left side. Back out to Knight. Knight to Foster at the free throw line.
He likes to go left, and you got to recognize that.
There's Owen with the board, fake, and the putback.
Yeah, Zach's good with that pump fake, but he'll go left. So the defensive player, you got to recognize that and try to get him to spin back and use his other right hand.
36-20 now. Red Oak leads. 33 seconds to play in the third. Kaus with the ball for Red Oak, out to Bergeron, or to DeVries rather. Right side Bergeron, 26 seconds. Skips it out to Kaus. Kaus goes down to the blocks, puts up the little jumper. It's no good. Ball will go out of play. Last touched by the Mustangs with 19 seconds remaining in the third.
See if Red Oak holds for one here.
Rendon and Holmes come into the ball game. Foster and Owen take a seat. Bergeron will put it into play from the baseline for Red Oak. 19 seconds.
We're going to have a foul. I think we're going to get Nick on a foul there. I'm not sure that was much of a foul there, but nonetheless.
He gets whistled for it. How many is that on Nick?
That's 2 on Nick.
Harold.
I think sometimes Nick is such a big guy It's just a tendency sometimes you view it a little bit differently when he makes a movement than someone else.
Harold, Owen, and Foster come into the ball game for Shenandoah. Taking a seat will be Holmes.
Well, they got
Rendon,
6 guys on the court right now.
and Gardner.
Okay, now they got 5.
Now we're set up. Inbound pass comes from Owen to Blake. 15 seconds to play in the third. Blake with the ball, or Knight with the ball. Gets it to Harold in the lane. Running jumper, puts it up. He's fouled on the play. Blake Harold is.
I think that's foul is on.
Fouts.
No. Is it fouts?
Yep, Fouts.
3 on Nick. But I think that's a recipe there for Shenandoah, getting Harold on drives to the bucket or getting him in the low post.
Shot from Harold is up, and it's good. Blake Harold converts the first.
I think Harold needs to be your number 1 option every time, all the time.
And take it to the hoop.
Yeah, he needs to touch the ball every time down the court if you can.
8 seconds on the clock. Harold at the line for Shenandoah. Second shot from Harold's up. He gets them both. It's 36-22. Back into the game. Holmes taking a seat will be Harold.
Take Harold out. He's sitting on 3 fouls. Coach Silver doesn't want to pick up a cheap one here with 7 seconds to go in the quarter.
Inbound pass to Bergeron. Bergeron across the center stripe.
Sure.
Works his way around to the left side. In the lane he goes. Nice little move. Doesn't finish at the bucket. That's going to do it for the third. Red Oak leads 36-22 as we head into the fourth. Right back after these messages. Has lead 36-22, and it's not over, Matt.
No, but I think this game is right here for Relk. They play smart. We'll see if they come back with their 2 guys sitting on the bench, Sifford and Johnson, both with 4 fouls. I mean, those are your 2 frontline players sitting on the bench, so I think Coach Plank's going to keep them out here to start the fourth quarter, see how long he rides with it. I think as long as the Tigers can maintain this lead, you'll see that.
Inbound pass will come midcourt far side from DeVries. Tapped out of play by Harold, and the Tigers will have it. And DeVries will put it into play once again into the backcourt to Bergeron. Bergeron with the ball, takes it across the center stripe. Out on the right side to Kaus.
I almost didn't recognize Bergeron, and Bergeron, he's got a haircut.
Got his haircut. Kaus takes it down to the baseline, then back top key to Bergeron. Bergeron works down. Kaus for 3. It's no good. There's Foster. It's going to go off of the hands. Last touch by the Tigers, they say. And the Mustangs will control it. Inbound pass will come from Rendon here.
Tigers still not full court press now. They're back to a 1-2-2 full court press.
Rendon with the ball. Gets it to Owen. Owen out on the left wing. Baseline left. Foster for 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Rendon. Rendon to Owen. On the move is Knight. And Fouts is going to be whistled for the foul on that one.
4 on Nick. That was a football tackle there by Nick. I'll give him that one.
And
Nick's one of my favorites. He's one of the nicest young men you'll ever see. He's just a big guy with a good heart.
At the line is Knight. Knight's shot is up, and it's no good. Into the game, Ryan Johnson taking a seat will be Nick Fouts. Now Ryan has to be careful.
Yeah, Ryan's
4 personal fouls.
Sitting 4 fouls. We'll see how long Coach Plank goes with him here. May kind of keep him on for a few minutes, get him off the court for a few minutes to try to.
Knight's second shot is up. It's good.
Nurse him along here with his 4 fouls.
7:20.
And if you're Shenandoah, you need to recognize that offensively and take it right to him. We'll see if Shenandoah runs something at Johnson here.
Kaus with the ball, right wing. Back top of the key to DeVries, left side Bergeron. Bergeron pulls up for three from the top of the key and buries it.
Nice shot by Baylor. Why I keep wanting to call him Blake?
That's his older sister.
I know. Baylor with the three.
Three. Good ball player, too, by the way.
Yeah, she was.
Down to the other end,
And
Knight.
that's going to be a foul on Baylor there.
How many is that on Baylor? 4?
I got 3 on Baylor.
Three?
Of course, I'm unofficial.
6:56 to play in the ball game. Red Oak leads 39-26. Going to the line once again will be Braden Knight for Shenandoah. Sifford gets set to come back into the ball game. Knight shots up, bounce off the front of the rim. It's no good.
Sifford's coming back in now with his 4th foul. Caden Johnson will go out for the Tigers.
Cayden Johnson takes a seat. Also, looks like Gardner gets set to check into the game for Shenandoah.
For Red Oak here, you really don't need to rush a shot. You know, you can just take some time off the clock, run this game down a little bit.
Second shot by Knight is up, and it's good.
And what you want to do here is you want to play to that advantage. Shenandoah's sitting there with only 3 team fouls. So let's run a little clock here. Make them come out and have to foul you.
Bergeron has the ball, taking it left to right across the timeline. Gets it out right side to Kaus. DeVries with the ball, top of the key, out on the left side to Bergeron. Bergeron works his way into the lane, puts it off the glass,
Nice.
and it's whistled and one for Baylor Bergeron.
Really good take there by Baylor. He finished through that, powered through it, have an and one opportunity.
Bergeron will go to the line. The shot was good.
11 points on the night for Baylor. Baylor is the heart and soul of this team, in my opinion. You know, every night Baylor Bergen's going to bring it competitively. What's the discussion here?
I'm not sure.
They're discussing who the foul's on.
I think they're just officials conferring at the top of the key there, trying to figure out exactly who that would be on. So a lot of discussion taking place here. They're going to get it sorted out.
I don't know.
Yep.
We have a veteran crew here tonight.
They called that on Rendon.
Coach Soderberg is saying, hey, can I get my sub in, please? Thank you.
Rendon comes in out of the ball game, and it looks like Braden Knight back into the ball game. I think we're all sorted out, Matt. And one for Bergeron. And shot is up. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by the Mustangs. Owen.
It should be over and back. And it is.
Tigers ball.
Again, Tigers can be patient here. No rush. No need to take that first 3 you get. You can get a 3 at any time. Let's work a little clock if you're the Tigers here.
Bergeron with the ball, top of the key, goes over the left side, pulls up for 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Ryan Johnson out on the left side. Top of the key to DeVries. DeVries works his way down in the lane, out to Bergeron. Bergeron into the lane. Picks it up, dumps it off to Sifford. Nice play by the Tigers. And it's
good read by Sifford there. He read a good backdoor cut, and Baylor found him for 2 points.
Knight with the ball. It's 43-24. Red Oak leads with 5:54 to play in the 4th.
Red Oak doing a much better job, I think, offensively this half. Coach Soderberg wants a timeout. Red Oak just seems a little bit more channeled in, taking some of that energy and playing with a little bit more patience and a little bit more discipline offensively.
43-24. Red Oak will be in the lead as we come back to action right after these messages. Welcome back to Red Oak. Shenandoah has the ball. Knight tapped by Bergeron, chased down by Owen out near the center stripe. Owen with the ball, works his way around to the right side, pulls up long two off the right side. No good.
Went over the top. They're going to be a jump ball.
Jump ball. Sifford and Foster tie up.
I don't know if you know Zach Foster on play, but he came out high, made a nice screen, rolled low, fought for the offensive rebound.
I like the way he plays, Matt.
Yeah.
Inbound pass. Nice inbound play to Harold. Harold goes up and puts it right in.
Play there by the Mustangs. And the Mustangs now going full court press. They need to pick up the pace here down.
It's 5:20 to play in the ball game. Bergeron out to DeVries for three off the right side. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Knight.
We'll see it again.
Out on the right side to
Probably
Owen.
Don't need a three that quick.
Owen works his way into the lane, loses the handle on it, keeps it in play to Gardner. The baseline. Back to Owen. Owen picks it up, flips it to Gardner. Gardner to Knight now. 5 minutes to play in the ballgame. 43-26. Red Oak leads. Owen comes around the arc. Back top of the key through to Foster. Over and back there. Went.
Yeah, I think a little frustration there by the Mustangs, but yeah.
And Tigers ball midcourt near side.
Frustration. Part of that keeping that under control.
Substitutions taking place here now. Looks like Lorimer, Holmes.
Coach Sorbo is making
Mount.
3 new players here.
Foster, Gardner, and Owen will take a seat.
Let's see if Coach Plank says, hey, let's work for a shot here. Work some time off this clock for the Tigers.
Bergeron has the ball at the top of the key. Works his way around to the left wing. Then back top of the key, Bergeron comes. Picks up the dribble. Out on the right side now to Kaus. Kaus into the lane. He goes. Jump stop. Puts it up. No good. There's Ryan Johnson, but it looks like it's taken away by Mount. Mount right to left. Into the lane he goes and puts it up, and no good. Rebound is batted around. Ultimately, Harold gets it. Harold goes up.
And that could be 5 on Johnson.
I think it's on.
Is.
Yep.
That's Ryan's 5th. He'll be out.
He comes out of the ball game. Ryan Johnson fouls out now with 4:20 to play in the ball game.
And I think part of that, again, is a rushed shot for the Tigers on the offensive end.
Fouts comes into the ball game. 43-26. Red Oak leads. 4:20 to play in the ball game. Knight at the line for Shenandoah.
Shenandoah, again, if I'm harping this too much, but Shenandoah only has 14 fouls. So if you're Red Oak, just hold that ball. They're going to have to foul you. Get yourself in a one-on-one situation.
First shot from Knight is up. It's no good. Second one is up. It's no good. Rims around, pops out. Bergeron grabs the board. Bergeron takes it across the center stripe. Now to Kaus out on the left wing. Kaus to Cayden Johnson. Into the lane he goes. There's Sifford, hands it off to Bergeron. Bergeron loses the handle on it on the right wing, regains control. Back to Caden Johnson now, right side. He works his way into the nice little move. That little left-hand move, then puts it right back up and in.
And that's a good move there because he had an open lane and he took it hard to the bucket. Cayden Johnson with a monster game.
45-26 now. Shot goes up from Knight. He snaps it in. I think it was a 2. It was. Must have been just on the three-point line. 45.
I've got Caden Johnson with 15 points on the night.
45-26. Red Oak leads. 3.5 minutes playing the ball game. Bergeron with the ball. In lane down underneath the Fouts, but through his hands and bounces off of him. The Mustangs come away with it.
Yeah. A little too hard of a pass there from Baylor.
Harold works his way down the lane. Puts it up. No good. Rebound is
Caden Johnson fighting in there.
Goes out of play. Last touched by the Tigers. Foster and Owen come back into the ball game for Shenandoah.
3:18 to go.
Taking a seat will be Holmes. And we got a little confusion here. Mount. There, it's sorted out now. Inbound pass will come from the baseline from Knight for Shenandoah to Harold. Out to Foster. Right side to Owen. Now to Harold. Foster fakes it. Comes around, hands it off to Knight from the right elbow. No good. Rebound grab by Fouts.
Good rebound by Nick Fouts.
Fouts takes it across Bergeron across the center stripe out to Kaus. Now to Cayden Johnson. 2:57 to play in the ball game. Red Oak leads 45-29. Tapped.
Wow, I think
Lorimer
missed a foul there.
To Knight. Knight puts the layup and in for 2. Braden Knight. It's 45-31. 2:46 to play in the ball game. Pressure in the backcourt here. Down to the other end is Sifford. Sifford takes it all the way in, kicks it underneath the Fouts. Fouts puts it up and in for 2. Nice job by the.
Nick gets on the board. Nice dish there by Sifford.
Down to the other end quickly. It's Knight with the running jumper, and he scores 2 more. Knight does.
Yeah, he can just hang in the air and get his shot off.
47-33. Red Oak leads 2:22 to play in the ball game. Berggren across the center stripe. Down to the left side, there's Cayden Johnson. Back to Berggren on the left wing. Top key to Sifford. Drives it into the lane, puts it up and scores 2. Bradley Sifford.
Wide open lane there. Coach Soderberg wants a timeout there.
Timeout on the court, and we will be back. I want to mention Brian Billings and Minson Law Firm at the great partner in the community, and thanks to Brian and thanks to all the folks at Billing and Minson Law Firm for all they do in the Red Oak community. We'll be back after these messages. Thanks for joining us. If you're watching online, hit the subscribe button while you're there.
We've got
Matt, what do you see?
Another score from Class 2A Sub-State 8. Clarinda in overtime, going to overtime in their game. Clarinda missing a 3-point shot at the buzzer, so Clarinda and overtime. I believe the score is 50-50. Is that what you had, Kip?
So
what was the score in that? 50-50 overtime.
50-50. Clarinda and Underwood going into overtime now.
The winner of that game will advance to play AHSTW.
2 minutes to play in this ball game. Red Oak has the lead, 49-32. Shenandoah with the ball. Out on the left side now to Owen. Owen drives the baseline, puts up the little running jumper from 5 feet out. No good. Berggren with the board.
Baylor's everywhere with rebounds and assists.
Cayden Johnson with that left again. No good. Rebound pulled down by Knight. Outlet pass quickly to Foster, but it's too far. Can't keep it.
Exact hustle to got it, but threw it into Garrett Kouse's hands.
Kouse picks it up, gets it to Berggren. Berggren takes it across the center stripe. Minute 40 to play here. Out to Kouse on the left wing. Top the key to Caden Johnson. Right side Berggren. Minute 30 to play. Sifford to Kouse. Top the key. Left side to Caden Johnson. Cayden Johnson with the ball, hands it off to Sifford. Sifford goes into the lane and kicks it out to Kouse. Kouse into the lane, right underneath to Cayden Johnson. He's wide open. And one for Cayden Johnson.
Good look there by Garrett Kouse. Came around a curl, found Cayden hanging down low, and Cayden puts it in. A lot of those Cayden Johnson buckets are right down there low, hanging around the rim, or making good moves to the rim. Cayden with 1 3-pointer night. He's going to have a chance here for an and one. He's got 8 points this half, 10, 12, 14. I got him with 17, so if he makes this, he'll have 18 points on it. My guess is this might be Cayden Johnson's career high tonight.
Shot from Johnson is up. He gets it. It's good. 52-32, 20-point lead for the Tigers now with 1:14 to play in the ball game. Knight kicks it out to Zwickle. Back to Knight on the move. And
there's a nice move.
And one.
Brody Owen with a good move there, and he'll have a chance for an one. Foul on Garrett Kouse.
Yep, Kouse has whistled for the foul. Bucket's good. And Brody Owen will go to the line for the Mustangs. Minute 7 to play in the ball game.
Brody Owen is senior, so this will be his last game as a Mustang. Same as Braden Knight and Kane Lorimore, Zane Zwickle, David Rendon, and Sam Martin.
Shot is up. It's good. Coming into the game, Lorimer. And taking a seat, Owen.
There goes Brody Owen to a bench. Good game by that young man as his Mustang career comes to an end.
Inbound pass will come from Cayden Johnson. Pressure in the backcourt, trying to find the open Tiger. Gets it to Berggren, then to Kouse across the center stripe, down to the corner to DeVries. DeVries pulls up for 3. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Kouse. Kouse to Berggren. 57 seconds. Berggren with the ball. Out to DeVries, way out on the left side. Deep out there, and he'll be whistled for foul. Zane Zwickle gets called for the foul.
That, of all the fouls, I don't see that as being a foul. But it was.
It was.
Out of bounds. Red Oak has 10 team fouls this half as well.
And coming into the ball game now will be Mitchell Jones. Taking a seat, Braden Knight.
Nolan Blackman coming in the game for the
comes
Tigers.
into the ball game and taking a seat. Garrett House.
Looks like Fernando Lepe is going to get in the game here.
Fernando gets into the game. Absolutely.
Out comes Caden Johnson. Great game by Caden. I had him for 18 points on the night.
Maybe one of the better games I've seen him play.
Yeah, it's solid. Only one foul on the night as well.
DeVries with the ball. Now to Blackman. Blackman to Berggren. 45 seconds remaining. DeVries now running the weave here at the top of the key, taking some time off the clock. Out to Berggren.
Real good weave here. Boston Celtic like.
Then we're gonna.
That's an old school reference for people under age 50. Will get that.
Foul committed there, and
or I should say over 50 will get that.
And not sure who that is that's coming to the ball game. I apologize. I don't have him on my roster.
Do not know who number 41 is.
I do not know, and I apologize for that. DeVries at the line for Red Oak. 36 seconds remaining in the ball game. Shot is up from DeVries. It is good. 53-35 now. 36 seconds remaining in the ball game. Looks like Landon Cowse, Gilliland, and
Coach Planks and Aiden Bruce coming in the game.
Bruce coming into the game. 36 seconds remaining in the ball game. Max DeVries at the line for Red Oak. Second shot is up. It's good. He gets both of them. 54-35. Now Gilliland comes in for DeVries. Inbound pass will come from Zwickel. Zane Zwickel puts it into play to Rendon. Rendon takes it right to left across the timeline. 30 seconds. Works his way around to the right side. Down underneath it goes. Out on the left side, two-pointer rather, from Mitchell Jones. No good. Gilliland comes away with the ball. Pressure in the backcourt. It's stolen by Jones. And wow.
The reserves are getting after here with 20 seconds left. This is like a Shenandoah Red Oak football game that broke out here.
We're going to talk about it. Officials are going to discuss
Loose balls, diving bodies, colliding bodies out there.
And going to the line.
You would expect nothing less in the Shenandoah Red Oak athletic competition.
Mitchell Jones goes to the line. He's a junior, 5'9". Shot from Jones is up. It's good. 17 seconds to play in the ball game. Red Oak leads 54-36.
Good shot there by Mitchell Jones.
17 seconds. Second shot from Jones is up. It's no good. Rebound chased down by Jones. Gets his own board. Kicks it out to Zwickel. There's Gilliland with the turnover. Pushing up the court 12 seconds. Gilliland with the ball. Takes it down. He's fouled by Jones.
Hunter may get two shots out of this.
Let's see what he does.
Yeah, one-on-one. They're a one-on-one situation, but I thought he was going to the bucket, but they're going to say it's one-on-one.
10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Hunter Gilliland at the line for Red Oak. Shot is up. It is no good. Rebound is controlled by Zwickel. Zane Zwickel, 7 seconds. Across the center stripe out on the left side to Rendon. Rendon puts it up, and that's going to do it. 54-36. Red Oak will advance to Trainer for Thursday night.
Absolutely. Red Oak Tigers with a tournament win. Been a long time. I don't know how long it's been since the Red Oak Tigers won a tournament game, but they get it done tonight. Move to 10-11, and they advance on in Class 2A Sub-State 8 play. The Shenandoah Mustangs season will come to an end.
Let's take a break, Matt, and we'll come back and look at some of your stats here after these messages. Going back to Red Oak. Red Oak picks up the victory in round 1 action now over the Shenandoah Mustangs, 54-36, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go through do some score totals here. Let's first the Shenandoah Mustangs. Senior Braden Knight playing the last game as Mustang had 13 points. Senior Brody Owen with 7 points. Junior Zach Foster with 7 points. Sophomore Blake Harrell with 8 points. And Mitchell Jones with 1 point. That's his scoring for the Mustangs. For the Red Oak Tigers, they were led by junior guard Caden Johnson, 18 points. My guess is that's got to be his career high. 11 points from Baylor Berggren, 11 points from Bradley Sifford, 7 points from Max DeVries, 3 points from Garrett Kaus, 2 points from Nicholas Fouts. So really, Max was a little bit off his average. Max came in averaging 14 points, didn't have it there tonight, but Caden Johnson picks him up with 18 points. Off the bench, I thought Baylor played an outstanding all-around game. We always worry about Baylor's fouls. I think he had 2 at half, only picked up 1 in the second half. And I thought Red Oak played a much more, they seemed very frantic in that first half. They were pressing and they wanted to frantic, but sometimes that foul situation mentally forces you to settle down. Yeah,
and control the ball and control what you're doing a little bit.
We'll ask Coach Plank to get his assessment on that, but I think coming out at halftime, say, okay, we got to be careful, we got to be aggressive, and that's what basketball. It's a fine line between aggressive but not being overly aggressive, where you commit fouls or do silly things.
I thought Baylor played a really nice ball game tonight. Baylor and Caden, to me, stand out tonight. They played exceptionally well.
Yeah, and really, I don't even look at Baylor's points. I look at his assists, his rebounds, and his floor management game. Baylor didn't turn the ball over much. I don't know how many he had, but he did not turn the ball over, and that's what you want from your point guard and your leader out there. And he maintained, like I say, he runs a show for the Tigers, so that was good. It makes everything work. And then, like I say, Cayden Johnson is just sensational. And that young man has just come on, and picking up other players. Brian Johnson had some foul troubles, and I should say Brian Johnson had 2 points on the night. My bad on that. But you don't get – normally you're going to get 8-9 points out of Ryan. You're going to get 8 or 9 points out of Garrett, and didn't get those tonight. But the other guys stepped up.
That's the thing about a team, though. When you do have those other players that can step up and take up that when one player has an off night, and that happens – then you continue to develop and pick up the wins.
Red Oak doesn't have an offense where they run to any particular one person. They don't have that star quality player that really has to demand the ball. They run their offense, they run their transition, and on any given night someone can bring it. So it looks like Coach Plank's working his way up here. I'll take the mic off so you can
we'll visit first here. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Let's do those two guys first. Slip that on there if you would. You guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Is that too loud? Loud enough? Got it? Good? Does that work?
Yeah.
All right. Back to Red Oak. Red Oak Tigers pick up a victory here over Shenandoah by a score of 54-36. Joined now by a couple of those Tigers. Bradley Sifford. Brad, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Okay, Brad, talk to me what you saw on the court from your perspective tonight in tonight's ball game.
We knew it was going to be a fight coming in. Beating a team 3 times in a row is pretty hard. So we just came in wanting to win.
Tell me about you, because you knew this team. Like you said, you matched up a couple of times earlier in the season. Tell me about your preparation coming into tonight's ball game.
We just worked hard yesterday in practice. They throw a different defense at us tonight that we weren't expecting, so we had to adjust on the way.
One of the things, Brad, that you do really well is cut to the basket and slash to the basket. That's something you guys looking for every possession, or what do you do along those lines?
Just whenever they drive,
it just happens.
Just happens, yeah.
It just happens. All right, Brad Siffis. And Baylor Berggren, yes. 3. You knocked down a 3. Where did that come from, Brad?
I don't know. It's the end of the quarter.
But it worked.
Yep.
It went down. So congratulations on that. Baylor Berggren. Baylor, talk to me I thought Baylor tonight just seemed like an exceptionally good game, maybe a little bit of foul trouble there earlier in that first half, and then you come out second half. And tell me about your game.
Well, I knew last game and games before I've had trouble with that, but my teammates just stick with me and just keep telling me to keep my head up, and they're always by my side, so they help me get through things. And I just knew I couldn't let things get to my head today. It was an important game, win and go home. So I knew today was a day not to let things bother me.
You guys have been playing together for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been playing together?
It's like 2nd or 3rd grade.
Something like that. Most likely.
So since 2013, we think this might be our first win in postseason since 2013. What's that mean to you? You guys realize that, right?
It's nice to know that we can start something now and set a path for kids coming up in the future, and knowing that the culture is starting with us. I mean, it's a good feeling, and it's only going to get better from here. I mean, that's all. I believe that 100%.
There was one play that stands out to me in tonight's ball game. Baylor, you were down in the lane. You did just this nice little bounce pass to Brad. Brad caught it, shoots a layup just right down here. And it's just so natural. Is that coming from years of playing together? I mean, it's like, it just happens.
Yeah, we know how each other play, and with the rest of our juniors, we all get along.
All right, very good. Trainer Thursday night. What do we know about Trainer?
They're a good team, but nothing we haven't seen before. I mean, we're going to go in and treat it like any other game. We're not going to act any differently. Work hard tomorrow, work hard Wednesday, and go out there and play our game. And just play our game, basically, is the game plan. We know what we can do. So
get around and shoot around tomorrow and get prepared for Trainer on Thursday night. Good job.
Sir.
All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
A lot of fun to watch. We'll see you Thursday night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, the wire this morning. I had to pick him out.
Red Oak, and joined now by the head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Coach Spencer Plank. Coach Plank, let me say congratulations on tonight's ball game.
Thank you.
Tell me about your Tigers. What'd you see tonight that you liked most from your Tigers on the court?
Well, they fought hard, and if you're familiar with our performance last Thursday, all that we asked of them tonight was to come out and fight hard. And Shenandoah it's a tough team to play 3 times, in a year, especially a rival. And credit to them for, they were mixing defenses up tonight better than just about anybody we've seen all year. And so it was like every timeout, this year it's like we've been able to jump on people by coming out of timeouts and different defenses and things like that. And credit to them for all sorts of defenses they threw at us tonight and making us work for every single point we scored.
Talk to me about what maybe we can improve on now heading into Trainer. Because you're a coach now. There's always something, Coach, we can improve on.
Stopping curl cuts. We got it. And it's something we work on too, but it's in the heat of the game. You're concerned about your man scoring. We got to trust our team defense. We gave up 36 points tonight, so it might not look like it, but there was a lot of defensive breakdowns that we got away with tonight. So we'll definitely work on that tomorrow in practice and watch a little bit of film and get ready for Thursday.
Coach, seemed to me in the first half was really frantic. Pressing, pushing the pace.
Yeah.
In the second half, it seemed more settled. Do you think the foul trouble actually kind of settled your team down a little bit? Came out and say, "Hey, we need to play a little bit more discipline."
Yeah.
There's a fine line, isn't with this team as far as pushing it versus not pushing it?
Yeah, it's tricky. Every game, it's figuring out what strategy we're going to use because we play better when we play fast, but we also pick up fouls when we play fast, and so it's kind of a double-edged sword there. But we tried to play fast right away. We wanted to challenge them to play fast with us because we felt like our last time we played them when we really put a run on was when we played fast. And so we came out and tried that, and it worked in one sense. We scored a couple buckets early, but also we got into foul trouble. So, it's the price we had to pay.
Cayden Johnson, 18 points tonight. My guess is that's probably his career high. Tell me about Caden Johnson.
Yeah. The kid is so athletic, and it's getting him to believe in himself that he is athletic, and he wants to get in the paint and do all sorts of circus shots. And we drew up that first set play. The lob play was something we put in yesterday just because I wanted to get him going towards the rim, and I think that's what did him in because I think he hit 1-3 tonight. But a lot of his points were in the paint and rebounds, offensive rebounds, putbacks, which is what he can do. And the 18 tonight was a good game, but he could do that about every game.
And that's the thing. Your drive will always be there. Your 3-point shooting can come and go, but
Right.
if you've got a drive game and get to the bucket, you're going to have a chance to get points.
Coach Blank, tell me, let's look ahead now. You're taking one game at a time. Trainer Thursday night. What do you know?
I got to be honest. I haven't watched a whole. I was tempted, but it's one game at a time. I do know they play fast. They have a solid program, and we've looked at some scores recently. We know we can compete. That's a solid team, though, and they play fast. They want to push the ball. They jump passing lanes. Unfortunately, things that we struggle with. So we're going to have to watch some film tomorrow and prepare for Thursday because they're a tough team.
Coach Blank, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Coach